Welcome back, everybody. I'm Zerdum. We're going to play some more KSP today. I'm very excited for it. Looking to... My sound's on, right? Sound on here? Okay. I wasn't seeing the bars move anywhere, but that's alright. You can hear me. That's what matters. Looking to do some more Duna and go to Eve. Do some Eve missions today. What exactly that will entail, I'm not too sure. I want to get some more scanning satellites out. We'll probably start by doing some quick ones to the moon and whatnot, just to have it done, but those are my plans for today. We're going to do some exciting stuff, but first we do have to get back from Duna. That's where we left the team. That'll be interesting. Before we get too excited and into that, though, let's head over to the Discord and let everyone know. If I can type. Jebediah there needs to come home. And one other thing I want to do is just check the settings here, because there was talk about settings. Somebody was saying yesterday, yeah, I'm definitely playing at the correct rate and streaming at that rate too. So I'm not really sure what they were talking about, but that's A-okay, I guess. This is what we had to turn up before. What other things can I turn up? Reflection, I'm not so big in that. We got our rendering up. Terrain scatters are off, but they're still there, so I'm not really sure. Oh, maybe because I didn't restart the game. Hopefully that will help finding some of these things that I was looking for yesterday a bit easier. Input. I wish this was something that was just kind of listed inside the game, and maybe it probably is like under help and I'm just dumb, but there was something particular I was looking for yesterday. Translation stuff can be oof. Throttle up, flight vessels, maybe it's under vessel, but there was a camera option. It could just be under game as well. Yeah, it's looking like that. I always forget there's an emergency abort button. Oops, I never do it. Ride or die, crash or burn. No in between. Actually, it's because I revert flights, and if I didn't, then I'd probably love that button. Camera mode C. Camera next V. I think that's what I was looking for. Camera next. Reset. Okay, well, I'm pretty sure that's everything I wanted to look at. This good old Jeb on the moon. Let's get back out there. It's early in the morning, huh? I guess. I don't know. Well, I think there's a lot of debris out here. I mean, there's a lot of things here. We have here, hello with the host. Thank you, friends. And Firewolf has just shown up at the same time. How are you guys doing today? Hopefully, just as well as I am. I think that's all the random junk we had floating around. There's definitely stuff happening though, man. I was gonna do something before I clicked on this. Oh, let's double check real quick to make sure there's no new missions, but I don't think there'll be anything that we can do right now. Plan flag. It's the surface of Ike. That's not in our ability to do right now. Bring back a Duna stone. We suspect you can find one of these in Eastern Canyon, mid-land sea or high-land biomes. I think we're in the mid-land, but not sea. I'd like to find out there. My voice sounds tired today. I spent a lot of time talking yesterday, so it might be a little rough. Maybe slightly congested. I'm just now having some coffee, so it might just be a little worn, we'll say, but Ooh, plant a flag on Duna. Shit, that should be easy. But no, it shouldn't be. I'm feeling great. To answer your question, I guess. Do combat scan with a river arm. Actually, we should be able to transmit data because we're still landed there, so that should be easy money for us. Nice. Easy money is some of my favorite money. I've always said. I like my money like I like my women. Easy. And wrinkled. No. I take all that back. We have a probe on. We should rename these things. More than likely. There we go. Can I still rename you? Is it too late to do that? So we have a probe here. Let's one of the jobs was just to send some data from the surface of Duna or Ike. Well, here we are. We're here. It doesn't have to be new data. It just wants data. Bop. Contract done. And that's why I keep my probes there. Because you never know when you might really need 130 grand for nothing. No, if I am, I haven't realized it yet, so we'll see. I did wake up this morning with my wife when she got ready for work and was like, I'm too tired for this shit. And just went back to sleep on the couch for like 4 or 5 hours. Which I'm going to say that would have been much less time had I not gotten like text and calls from everyone all freaking day long. It's their fault. It's their fault for waking me up. The other thing we have going on is this guy, who I would really like to get in a polar orbit. I just don't know how possible that's going to be. Can I not rename you right now? I think I have to do it when I'm controlling it, maybe. This sad little thing here with thousands of Delta V really shouldn't be having any issues. Except I'm dumb, so of course now it has issues. CurveNet access. See, we can't do it though. I don't think. Okay. I might not know exactly what that is either. Torque. Oh, Union vessel. Cool. So you are the Duna polar sat until I delete you because you don't work, and therefore otherwise. So the problem is the center of mass is like right here, right? Because of this, I don't think it's that heavy, but relatively heavy thing. It's throwing off our center of mass, so when I push on it, we spin in circles. There. If you weren't aware of what the problem was, it's that. Orbital with load. No, I just want to warp here. See, we're already at like 45 degrees, right? We're almost there. Kind of, right? Right. The problem is I'm so focused on the nav bar to make sure that I'm not spinning everywhere that I can't quite tell how much progress I'm making. But we really don't need to spend that much delta V. And it makes pretty good progress until I start spinning out of control. Thank you very much, reaction wheels that aren't doing crap for me. That really are, but I'm just mad. I'm like hit the brakes as hard as I can. I know my keyboard doesn't care, but I'm like slamming it in there. Just like life, that's right. If only you knew. And then I'm just at a crossroads of, do I just like keep doing that and then spin and then do it some more and then spin and then do it some more, or do I just try to make the most of it? I'm dying to try to make it to one of Hill Home streams because I want to see how his Battle Brothers is going so badly, but I keep falling asleep at like 9:30. I am a painfully old man. Which way am I facing? It's the wrong way. Oh no. Oh no, it's not that point. Okay, so why don't we just warp to the other side, I think, at this point. We're really not that far from... I don't know how polar it needs to be, but I imagine just a couple more degrees, 10, 20 degrees, and it should count. I know it's not really working out for me the way I want it to be, but honestly, truly, it shouldn't be that much harder. I think a little bit of RCS would have done wonders on this thing. This is my rotation too. I'm just rotating as it happens. Stop doing that. Like if I could, whoa. Why did we focus on the sun? I'm so confused. I guess it doesn't really matter, but so I think part of the issue is now he's getting too far out there as well. So let's see if we can spin this bad boy around. We need to... God, it's so hard to hold any of these. We've done the effort of getting this thing all the way out here. I feel like we can get this to work. How did you just shoot back out farther? All right. While it spins around, let's take a look at it. Perform order scan. You don't want to do that. 32 kilometers and 150 kilometers. So it's really just the, should just be the, I'm sorry, 1.5 thousand kilometers. Okay. So we are, no. We are well within that bounds, and we're not losing anytime soon. It's just the fact that we are not polar enough, which is not terribly surprising. Why are you going out, Nate? Oh my god, you're upside down. Why are you backwards? Also, what? Oh, because I'm hitting the wrong button. So the closer this is, the more effect we'll get from getting rotation, which is why I care, if you're wondering. Why does a certain care about this stupid minute thing? It's not terribly stupid. Not yet. But very concerned because I'm burning prograde and it's actually burning me retrograde, and why that's happening is kind of a concern to me. So I'm sure you can maybe imagine why I'm confused about that's happening. Most likely because I put the probe core upside down while building this. That's my guess. It's usually things like that. But if we can get this guy back in a bit, that will make it more efficient when we're burning the other way, and more efficient means faster. Really, that's really my concern now. That's really screwing things up, but that's okay. Okay. It's what it is. Let's go here. Like I said, I don't know how polar has to be, but we're going to find out. It's going to cost you a lot of your time. The fire scare. That sounds bad. Alright, so we want to burn down. Which should be this one, and that still seems to be right for whatever reason. At least I think it is. It is. It's pulling it up. Come on, stop doing that thing that you're doing because I made you poorly. That's the problem with this. It's infuriating, and it's 100% my fault, and I'm aware. This should be a lot easier, and it's not because of me. Also, I have pulled my periapsis way too low, which is also my fault. Indeed, sir, indeed. Derp to us all. So this is actually a little tiny bit into the atmosphere. Not exactly what I wanted from life, but that's okay. I'm still counting this ahead because that mission we picked up for for science paid for this whole catastrophe. Luckily. So no matter what happens, we're ahead. But normally getting something into polar orbit is way easier than this. We'll do maybe one more burn and then call it 80. 80 is way better. So, good. And then we want to try to get back to the equator, which luckily we have kind of marked out for us from our other ship. And we'll push that back out a little bit, which we might just do naturally by making these silly burns. But we are substantially closer. I mean, taken to the effect that our orbit around the planet is almost actually over the polar ice caps. That's something. That's something. Why are we so slowly time warping? Oh god, we're in the atmosphere. No, we're in space. Okay. I mean, we're pretty low, but we're in space. Right there is your space music. That's how you know. Please get me higher. Ooh. I just want to warp faster. Okay, so now we want to burn... I don't trust any of these. We want to burn down. So we want the normal. I think that's the normal marker. A mess of things. To no one's surprise, Cerdum's making an absolute mess of things. Perhaps it's better if I don't full blast Tokyo Drift Space Edition. If you're not out of control, you're not in control. Welcome, friend. How are you today? Trap House, thank you so much. Thank you for the follow. Oh my god, that was perfect. I feel like I might be getting more out of this by going slowly. Yeah. It's at least a lot less frustrating. A lot less noticeable, but I think it's tremendously faster. So, welcome to Trap House. What's going on is I'm, obviously trying to get something into polar orbit, but I threw the stupid satellite on the side of it, so of course my center of mass is all screwed up, and I didn't really think it would affect it that much. So of course it does, because what I always goes, it won't be a big deal. It turns out it was maybe kind of a big deal. rather than send another one all the way out here to Duna. I'm trying to make the most of this one. Which, considering I came in an equatorial orbit, I feel like I'm almost there, you know? I feel like we are getting places. Slowly but surely. Very slowly. But faster than it would be to send another one out here. And then after this, we have Jeb, Bill, and Bob kind of on the surface still, with possibly enough fuel to get them home. We don't know. But we're looking to find out. Also, the drone command unit is upside down on this thing, so prograde and retrograde are backwards. Which probably weren't here for when I discovered that, but a keen eye would most likely notice that soon, at some point. Yeah, this is definitely going much faster and certainly a lot less frustrating. Why don't we... Oops, clicked off the game. Why don't we click back onto the game, and you're pretty good. And you're actually still okay. So why don't we warp it back a little bit closer to the equator. Try to get the most out of this again. Still have a tremendous amount of Delta V left. Would be normally a very easy maneuver. Cheers. Let's see. I'm willing to bet this is not polar north for our friend here, but let's try it. Yes. Stable. Polar. I guess that means no crashing into the planet at any point. That's where they get you. Details. It is half the fun. So yesterday during the stream when we ended this, it's been a long time since I've really played this game a lot. So I couldn't remember exactly what altitude you want to aero brake in, right? On Duna. I know you can really capture yourself very well, aero braking into it. But I was like, what's the altitude? Couldn't remember. Guessed one at like 14,000. 14,000 is not it. 14,000 is enough to aero capture your entire lander, orbiter, satellite, everything, which we did. Broke into the atmosphere. Nothing broke off. Everything went really well. Just popped all the parachutes and did a hard landing. Some of the rocket and whatnot blew up, but no one died. We did land everything. I think the rover might have hit a little too hard because I still had everything at ×4, so I didn't. Still going a little too fast, but. Then, of course, it was all just a nightmare of Jeb's that when we hit F9 and went back and did it correctly. Turns out not to 14,000. But if you really do want to just break into the atmosphere and capture yourself, you very easily can. Which I think I already knew, but it was still a lot of fun. It's more fun than this. God, we're so close to being polar, though. I mean, I imagine we might get a world's first for being quote-unquote polar, but that might be our indication. Warp to the other side soon, and once again try to make the most of it. Let's bring this guy out a little bit. If he can be above 60, that'd be great. That's really close. There we go. Just so we can warp to this side a bit faster. Look at that. I'm so over the polar caps too. Like, this should totally count. Come on. No one cares. My poor curb net. Strength of 12. Okay, so we need to flip this way. Engine is, nope, it was the other way. I'm focusing on too many things at once and failing at all of them. Come on. We might need to do a maneuver node and just kind of see where I'm at in this whole process too. In fact, let's do that. If I was right here, and I wanted to get quote-unquote more polar, which surely that there is, right? We're like 300 delta V. That has to count as polar though. Has to. And that doesn't really help either, but wish in one hand, poop in the other, see what happens. The one thing we can do actually is artificially time warp. Should make this a little more sane on us in real time. I like that idea very, very much. Yeah, right. That's the problem with career mode, but especially since you can like unlock the whole tech tree from just Minimus in the moon, I think, with relative ease. It's kind of like, well, why go to one more planet? I don't know, but it is fun for sure. Ooh, I think that was a bit more than I wanted. So we're still time warping. We're just using real time warp. Maybe that's a bit too much. Maybe 2 times speed, and we'll check it from there. Oh, that is interesting. Is this the way I want? No, that's down. Yeah, especially early game, I'm sure. But you're sending out a lot more probes and stuff, I bet, which is really cool. It's not too difficult to get probes out to like Joule or something. Bastard. Come on, you bastard. We're so close. Okay, let's try to get this out a bit so we don't go back into the atmosphere. That didn't really help. Well, whatever. It's what it is. Does this work for us? Can we scan this? Or are we still not quite in polar? That's awesome, though. No, it still is not polar, which I find to be ridiculous. Or maybe it's because it's not stable. It might not be counting it as stable. Because I'm technically at 58, right? Which I think is kind of in the atmosphere. So it might be that. Okay, let's just warp ourselves. I think 55 is it, but look at it. Look at me sailing over the polar ice caps. That totally exist because I'm totally over them. Jerkwads. Absolutely beautiful view though, Jesus Christ. God, it's beautiful. Come on. So close to polar, this has to count. Don't do this to me. We'll go to the apoapsis next and try to pull out our parry a little bit. Hopefully that will help with it too, because it might just be that it doesn't consider this stable. Could be it. Maybe that's the part we're failing on. But I think that's pretty good. And we're above 60, so that should count. Thank you. Thank you. So when it denies me here in a second, we can both agree that it's stupid and I'm right. There we go. Fuck yeah. Am I not going to have enough battery? Because that's going to be absolutely devastating. Just start spinning. Okay. Can I tell it to allow partial? Will that please it? Oh my god, what a pain in the ass. Well, you know what? Let's, I guess, come back to it in a minute. Let's go visit. I don't know. Let's go do something else. Good thing is it's sunshine all the time. God damn it. God. Well, at least we know to next time to put more batteries on it, I guess. Jeb and the boys are on their dark side, so just let them chill for a bit. Rip. There you go. So it will do it. Now it's just gonna do it in chunks. Thank the Lord. And it's gonna spin out of control the entire time too, because of reasons. Because drone. I'm hyped. Dying to see this map. Just really spin it. Is it still getting connection? There you go. 50, all that just to get like another 4%. Oh god. I don't think we have to be here to watch it though. Right? I should just do it whether we're here or not, I think. Thing's gonna make me throw up. Also, you are spinning more and more out of control as time goes on. Can you stop that? I want to click on your probe core. Can you hibernate? Okay. Do you have electrical charge? I don't think it does. Well, enough of that nonsense. Let's switch to this guy, I guess. Who are these people? I don't know. But we'll let that thing do its thing. Oh, it's the rover. He's just having a good time. His electrical charge is dying too, because sun. I guess. Let's get him some beautiful, beautiful sunlight, though. Here's like just doing its thing. Living life. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Now, this thing I'm pretty sure is quite dangerous to drive. We do need to be careful. Doesn't seem to want to drive. It's just kind of rolling. Friend. Why won't you let me drive you? Oh, because you don't have any control. Hey, about 5 ninjas, how are you? You will. Don't give up. Give up. We're going to today, once we get off Duna, we're going to either come back here or go to Eve. So you can watch me do it. Hopefully that will give some insight as well. Why don't you have any probe control data? Why aren't you connected to anything? Because you connect through him, I suppose. Well, that's all right. I think it's because he's not connected. This guy, I don't think is even in hibernation either, but it's because this guy is, one, not seeing him, and two, because it's got no battery. That's right, because we did pick up one more mission before we came out here, and that's for someone to plant a flag, which we already did, but we can do it again for money, because that's just the kind of guy I am. Yeah, I would be willing to bet that's exactly what it is. Alright, Jep. Wee. What's this one? Replac. Midlands. Go ahead and take it down. Because we have a mission to put up a new one. And we're just going to call this one Midlands again, so I know exactly where we are. And more importantly, where we've been. And would you look at that? That is another, whoa, 400 grand. Considering that we took this mission after we already landed. We made $500,000 today, doing pretty much nothing. Which is good, because we're going to most likely need that money to maybe get these guys home. Maybe. But, oops. Sorry, coffee mugs. But I think this is about all there is for us to do. Unless we're going to fight a rock or something. Which we might. Let's go see what's out here. Turn your RCS on, friend. I turned ground scatter off to try to make finding rocks and stuff easier, but it didn't seem to help yesterday. However, I think it's because you need to reset your game, which I did not do, because there are things here. So hopefully finding things on the ground will be much, much, much easier for us today. And already it appears like it might be the case. Boop! Okay, we hit a little hard, but that's fine. Shh. We don't need to tell Jeb's wife and kids about that. They don't need to know. So this looks like something we would scan. Probably not take a sample of. But I did see smaller stuff back there. Whoops, a little too close. Once the rover kicks back on and we can control it, we could, what are you, Jeff, what are you doing? Come over here and scan it with the arm. I'm not sure what you did there or why, but I'm concerned. Is this rock bigger than it looks, or what? You seem to be hitting it funny. Come on, Chad. I just want to get on it and make sure that I can't take a piece of it, which I'm pretty sure I can't, but, like, I want to know for sure. There we go. Surface sample is still saying milliamps. But over somewhere there was something. I think I see it right there. Something smaller that I would like to go look at as well. I know there's like Duna berries and Duna rocks and all kinds of random stuff to find, but they're near impossible when you have ground scatter on. Look at this, look at this, look at this. It's something tiny. I don't know what they are, but I want them. Oh yeah. Crash right into them. So did I take that contract for the Duna? Transmit Duna berries, bring Duna berries back. So we need that rover. Get up, friend. Assuming this is the Duna berries. Yeah, climb them, sure. If that's what you want from life. Pick up blueberries. So this is them. Yeah. Where's our rover friend? Does he have control and or power yet? No. It's because we're gonna pull over it with our probe. I don't know when he will. Ah, the jerkwad. And this thing is being a jerkwad as well. I'm most likely going to tell it to stop scanning if that's what it's still trying to do with its life. It does not appear to be the case. I think it just gave up because I switched off of it, which is fine. I did tell it to hibernate though, so why don't we stop doing that? So it does have connection again. Can you connect to it? Do you have an antenna at all? I don't think so. Though that's not what I wanted at all. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, probe. I thought this was this guy. But I guess it doesn't matter. Maybe in a rotation or two, once he comes back around, we'll have good connection. This will rotate a little, will orbit around a little. Maybe take a rotation or two, but eventually they should see each other any second now, right? Just any second, really. I mean, he's seeing them through the planet. Fuck. That's sped up way too fast. Rip. Hey Gimmick, how are you, friend? Thank you for coming by. The mission, despite what my face probably looks like, is going quite well. Okay, how's that not? Yeah, because you don't have connection currently. I'm just trying to get connection to my rover because I decided it would be fine not to be able to drive it, which was dumb. So we're just spending a couple days here, spinning, rotating around, you know. Space things, really. Okay, how are you not seeing him though? Like really? I found some berries. I just want to scan them. You know, it's not really the worst thing in the world. I need my rover for it. That's all. But my rover doesn't want to be controlled in life for whatever reason. No, don't hibernate. Like you... Why not? What's wrong, friend? You have charge. Why can't you see that satellite that everyone else can see? Well, okay, well I guess I can see why you can't see him right now, but... Fuck, stop. So you can see him, right? You have access? You do. Okay, don't do that to me. I don't appreciate you, friend. There's Jeb. Let's roll out to Jeb. We need to scan something. Over to station with Science Lab. Nice. I'm working on driving a rover somewhere without blowing it up. No promises. Should probably slow this bad boy down before he flips. I try to make him very, like, bottom heavy. Giggity. So he doesn't flip over. Or, you know, do that. I think that was really bad. Can you still scan the blueberries? Ooh. I'm sorry, the vessel moved? Could you maybe be a little more specific about that? Because I don't feel like it did. Maybe we don't need that piece. We probably do. I feel like the antenna might be important. But for whatever reason, it's... Stop saying I moved. I'm not moving. But for whatever reason, I still have drone control. I really don't know why. I think it's been a long time since I've, like, F5'd, so... You're gonna let me transmit it back? How? No usable in range. Okay. Yeah, Hype is right. So we did get the report. I wonder if Bob can come out here and save us from ourselves, because I'm willing to bet he probably can. So go ahead and pick up the blueberries. chisel away, because that's blueberries. That's how they work. Small rocks that might look like blueberries, but don't taste like them. We're almost certain. Return this to have it analyzed and gain all information about it. 240 science is absolutely awesome. Real shame about this thing blowing up, but like I said, I don't think it's gonna be that important. Please, please, no, eat the rocks. Hey, he's got a long flight home, and I'm pretty sure I did not pack enough snacks. So what happens, happens. Cruise out there. Seem to be gaining altitude. Or upward momentum, at least. Of course I broke the freaking rover. Slow it down a bit for a very smooth and perfect landing of perfectness. Oh god. It almost looks like I know what I'm doing out here. You know, minus the things that blew up. Short of those things. No, you're not gonna let me do anything with the scanning arm? Oh, son of a bitch. I wonder if Bob could fix it down here. Seeing how he's an engineer. I know they can fix tires. But you're not letting me do that either, so maybe you just don't think I'm close enough? Well, if that's not close enough, I don't know what is. Yeah, you let me do that stuff. Shoot. I was hoping he could collect the science from it. But I guess that's not an option. And I have no idea what my last save might be. I think it's the beginning of today. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, and this is Bob, he's a scientist. So why can't he collect science from the arm? It's not letting him do anything. I don't need to target it, but like I can't target the actual probe or the instrument. I can target the other science collecting things. Yeah, that's what I'm trying. Damn. Because I feel like you should be able to as well, but you know. What are you gonna do, I guess? Yeah, not the probe core either. I mean, I believe that's what I'm clicking there. I have a lot of things shoved inside the probe core, but that's it. You know what? I think this is worth a small Google. Let's Google it. Quick. A smaller window, because too much white light is bad. Collect data from the scanner. How to scan for resources, real scanning, scanner data, resource scanners. GitHub about it, which is weird. That's not what I'm looking to do either. Alright, maybe this isn't what I wanted for my scanner arm. Try that. Maybe I need to search more specifically KSP. Kerbal collect data from scanning arm. I'm not getting anything specific on it. Well, it's kind of depressing, but life goes on. Hey, Adoba, how are you, friend? Maybe Adoba knows. Just we'll ask him real quick since he showed up. Adoba, I may or may not have, and I'm not here to confirm this, but I may have broken the antenna on this rover just now. We found some blueberries. I scanned them with a scanning arm. Of course, without an antenna, I can't transmit the data. Am I able to collect the data from the arm, though, or the rover? I have my scientist friend Bob out here, who is able to do other things, like to run the atmospheric tests, collects the data on that, whatever it might be. But he's not able to do anything with the arm. No menus pop up. Which saddens me. Or a follow-up question, if you know, would my engineer buddy be able to repair this antenna? Now that I'm pretty sure is not the case. I've blown out tires before and they've done that. Yeah. Oh yeah. Thank you, Gimmick. These parts, we found them. They're part of this discovery. Nothing pops up when I do it. Can I observe you, Mr. Ego? Let's switch over to the rover and see. Here's my rover. If I do this, it just says no target in range retracted. But when I scan something, then it looked like your regular, science menu. And it was just like, sorry, I can't transmit, and like shut down. There's no like stored science or anything. And this just says unable to deploy, which is fair. But yeah, I guess I cannot review data on it. Like I can here. Yeah, it just says no target in range. Well, poopsicle, friends. Yeah, if we had a science storage box, I wonder if it would pull it, or would be able to pull it through. Well, we do have the blueberries on Jeb, so it's not a complete loss. Let's get you out of there. I think next time we'll have to make a slightly bigger rover that does a little more stuff. It's maybe a little more able-bodied. Oops, clicked off the game. No, I'm just driving somewhere. There might be a message here about, at least from command pods. Yeah, that's what I'd want to. Unless it's going to be a completely unmanned mission, I would prefer. Oh, we lost our our solar panels on this thing too. It's pretty dead in the water. It's been a long time since I've saved, so reverting is not necessarily what I want to do either. I mean, I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it being screwed up because I was stupid and broke it. That's fine by me, really. But see, that's what happens. It tips backwards like that, pops a wheelie, and it leaned back and touched its, self or whatever. I mean, that's pretty sweet, what's going on there. But I think it's just the reaction wheels. Yeah, that's true. But at that point, I might as well just send down a bigger rover, because I don't have anything with the grappler. Yeah, no object in range. It's not within 3 meters. Scan a meteorite. Okay. I do like how it just kind of sits out there and lasers and looks at. Oh, I love it. It's 240 science that I'd very much like to have. Duna's thin atmosphere does little to stop these meteorites from crashing into it and scattering all over the surface. While we did not come to Duna to study the planet itself, why not stop the sample composition of other celestial body as well? Scan has collected most, but not all, of the information. Come back later with a better sensor. So, we're coming back later anyways. I don't know, because it says keep experiment, right? Now it says review report, so I wonder if it didn't keep it because I tried to transmit it and it just lost it. Which sucks, because I have a mission for the blueberries. So we might need to find those. I bet you that's it. I bet you guys are absolutely right. Who is this, Jeb? Nope, we don't want Jeb. We want Bob. Well, go chase down our friend over there. And then we'll have to find another pile of blueberries somewhere to grab those. Because we have a contract for it. And damn it, it's why we came out here. Yeah, we'll take it and see. You guys are fantastic. Oop. Close enough. Get up. Don't break that. It's already been broken enough. Let's start with the part. Yep, there it is. Take the data. Nicely done. Nicely done. The problem is I already stole those other blueberries, and I'd like to know very much where some more might be. Maybe right there. This looks like it might be some. See something out there. Yeah, exactly. Before the battery dies. There may or may not be a lack of solar panels that work. Okay, so this is definitely some. Let's try to get Bob down gently. And good enough. Actually, it was pretty good. Period. Not good enough. That was a pretty stellar landing. Now if we could... No, he's got no control again. Fuck you. Why are you doing this to me? Satellites. From hell. That's what they are. The hell satellites. Good call, good call. Oh, good call. Break him. Oh, I'm so glad I heard that. Still using a little bit of battery, though. Just has a small drain period. Drains are stupid. Hopefully that's enough to save us, though. Come on. Come on. You know you want to circle back over and give me coverage again. Because that's just the kind of guy you are. There you are. Okay, what is that nonsense there? Oh, because I didn't actually turn the brakes off. Thank you, Batu. Hopefully you can sing that. Batu. Don't mind my breakdancing rover. we're just having a grand time here, breaking shit and running out of battery on Duna. The traction control. Well, apparently some of them were changed. The ones on the left, yeah, why not? As long as they don't like run over Bob and kill him, I think we're gonna be fine. I'll be fine. Everything's gonna be fine. So we're braking now. I can't brake. My natural instinct is hit your back to brake, but that just flips the damn thing over. So that clearly does not work. Oh, come on. You tell me that's not 3 meters. Scan those damn blueberries. Be beautiful while you do it. Hype indeed. And oh, so excited. I'm so excited for the science. So excited to get home. We still have to worry about whether or not we can do that. But let's worry about that later. Alright, so we're going to keep the experiment. Can we just kind of click over to him? No, we don't want to target him. Mark him for death. Can I grab more than one set of blueberries? Take data. Oh, more sweet, sweet data. Data. Come on, click it. Log pressure. Where are we right now? Midlands. Still Midlands. That's fine. We already have some. The 2 contracts to bring some back. Jeb has some, but I'm gonna grab these ones too. And then it says to where'd you go? Transmit 33% of the total available science for blueberries. So I wonder if we're not going to credit for bringing the data back, which I think is baloney, but it's saying transmit, so hard to say. Either way, I imagine we're going to get a fair amount of science from all this, which is obviously what I really care about. Their safety, accomplishments, money, science. Just the science, friends. That's true. That is absolutely true. Thank you for the follow, Ken Farmer. I appreciate you coming by. Well, once the data from the scanner, which Bob does have on him. Oh, please don't crash into that, Bob. The ground is fine. Don't crash into the spaceship. The contract itself, when I picked it up, and I hope this doesn't matter, says to do it with the light scanning arm. And I did it with the medium because I had just unlocked it. So if it says that it doesn't count because of that, then honestly I'll probably just cheat it in because that's stupid. But board them. I don't think we have the ability to transmit any science here. Do we? Yeah, we have no transmit devices. And honestly, I'm not sure if our other spaceship does too. Just keep, and we'll get one more guy home. You know, you've done great, bro. I'm sorry I broke you. You did a stellar job. I hope you enjoy your life sentence out here. You might be out here for eternity until I delete you. Just being realistic. Since I broke your battery, your solar panels, your ability to transmit science back. Slow down, Jeb. Well, close enough. It's so beautiful out here, though. I love all the planets. They're all, like, I won't say like made so well, but they're just gorgeous. You really feel like you're on another planet, exploring. Grab it. Yeah. Alright, so here is where things are really going to get interesting. It's fine. They don't want to let me bring back 2 sets of blueberries, I'm thinking. Here things are really going to get interesting. Rendezvousing with our ship, right? We have 2,000 Delta V. I'm positive that's enough to rendezvous with a ship. Is it enough to rendezvous with a ship and get home? Ooh, we just missed it flying over us. My gut says yes. And I'll tell you why. 1, I'm kind of dumb. And I don't know. 2, we don't need to bring both the lander in this with us. We just need to get these guys to there. Get them over on there. Transfer the fuel back onto it. Because currently this thing has 0 fuel. Because I took it all. And that's a lot less mass. Such target. So how high are you about here? You are almost 70. So let's let you warp around a little bit. And then we're going to try to rendezvous. Which I'm getting mildly decent at. It really sucks this thing does not count. That's okay. We're going to start making some better satellites, putting them out and about. Get some scanning going on, some proper scanning going on places and things. Alright, let's F5 for safety. I think this might be still a little too early to launch for a rendezvous. You don't want it to be like directly above you, but you do want it to be pretty close, especially for a place like Duna that doesn't have a thick atmosphere. And it's not very high up. So let's go ahead and we are orbiting little polar. And we want to aim for about 60. And hopefully this won't shake a tremendous amount of Delta V, because I don't have a lot. Okay. So our total separation... Wow, I went way off. I'm going like straight up and down. Oh, because I'm fucking idiot is why. Excuse my language. I swear I was going at 90 degrees and then I must have kicked it over to that instead because I'm dumb. It's alright. Lesson learned. Make sure you're flying in the correct direction. I believe that's important. I've heard that before. We're really close to this like giant ditch that I love to get into. Alright. Should get a little bit closer. I feel pretty good about that. We want to aim about right here. Try this all again. Correctly this time. And about there, I want to say was where it was. All right, a little bit off, but that's okay. Let's bring it up north a little and higher. Maybe I was way too off. Yeah, I was way too late. That's alright, that's why I quick saved earlier. Throw the spaceship into the air a little bit. It's no problem. You think it's 170? It's 61 kilometers high. Unless I'm misunderstanding what you're saying, which is very possible. So there we go. Let's sit there and see. Obviously, it's going to keep sinking because I'm in the atmosphere. Stop doing that for 1 second. How far are you? About 100 kilometers. Go, there we go, there we go. We're heading in the right direction very, very closely. So we're about 24 kilometers away. Intersecting here. 16 now. So let's say here. Let's add a maneuver. How much fuel do I have? Shit, none. Shit, none is what I have left. Suppose of that. Let's maybe do a radial out. Or an in. There we go. Let's tweak these a little bit until we find what we want from life. And this appears to be about it. That's half a kilometer. I can work with that. So 60 more, and that will get us pretty close. But once again, this does not give us much fuel to try to go home, which is obviously not ideal. But if we can at least rendezvous, that's something I can work with. 1 second burn time. Well, I'm not going to try to hit 1 second exactly, so we'll start a little bit before then. And then we'll adjust as need be. We'll say that's good. What does that give me? 0.8. On the rendezvous, and not much fuel on the rendezvous. Let's see, can we get it any bit better? Yes, yes we can. Let's warp out there and find this guy, huh? Well, we'll get the gang back together at least. Is that our friend down there? No. Where's our target? Where's our target? He should be like right next to us. Is that him? It must be him. He's getting closer. We need to do a lot of catching up. And by catching up, I mean slowing down. Crap. Shit. That was the wrong way. A lot of Delta V I just spent trying to make that correction. I could have saved myself a lot of fuel had I taken off correctly for this, so I might go back and try it one more time, depending on how this looks. Some more of her speed. Oh, we might not even have enough to rendezvous at this point. Badly, I'm screwing that up. A little extra practice for me will not hurt. Let's go a little bit in front of him if we can. I guess this is the direction I really wanted to go. Alright, let's look at him and switch over. Now, Bob's not going to be very good at this, but he does have RCS. He's got no fuel. Some asshole took all of that. But he does have RCS. And no pilot. Cool. Well, I can't use this SAS at least. We touched it. There was some touching. Giggity. No, don't tell me I'm just off a little. No! Oh, come back, friend. Come back. Up is down, left is right. I don't know what's going on. That was not what I wanted. Okay. Keep him from spinning, that might kind of help. Oh, oh! Yeah, that's not a bad idea. That's not a bad idea at all. Except I hit it. And I think that should count. Alright, here's what I'm honestly going to do is just redo the whole flight, because I wasted way too much Delta V. Even getting it back together, which isn't bad. I do want them to actually have some fuel left over. So, here we go. If we can get this right the first time, that would save me a lot of energy. And it seems like we can for the most part, except I'm still in the atmosphere, which sucks, as that makes us change. The ascending node isn't off by too much. We're just getting more and more off, but that's okay. We're gonna have to readjust a bit anyways, once we get through this atmosphere. Which we're for the most part through. And we're 6 kilometers away, less than 6 kilometers. How high are we? We're in the area of space. So let's see, what do I need to do from here to get this a little bit closer? Not that. So we need to burn normal. 1. That gets us down to 3, 2.5. Then something happens. And we're at 2. Let's add a maneuver here and see. See, that stops helping at some point. That stops helping. Stops helping. Okay, so let's go there and do that burn then. That gets us 1 kilometer away. We are set to target, so thank you for that advice. So we're almost there. We'll get a bit closer and then do just that. But I've used so far, for what it's worth, a lot less fuel. There's our guy. He's still 21 kilometers away. The closest we're going to be is 1 kilometer, so he's gaining fast, but it won't be too long before we reach it. Well, once he gets down to 10, maybe I'll start burning some of this difference. Alright, puts us down to 2. Let me get a bit closer. So unfortunately, they're using a lot of Delta V. But we are starting to match him a bit. And we'll try to burn up everything we have compared to him. Ever so slowly. Alright, so we have matched him. We are 1.8 away. I'll save this. It's not going to be too much prettier than this. Rendezvousing is going to take us a lot of energy, unfortunately. So, let's us point at him and just try to get a little bit closer. Let's see what we can do there. Let's limit this to 20. Because I think that is a great idea. And honestly, 3 is good enough for me. We can time warp. Let's burn off, readjust, realign. And head towards him again. And we're getting closer and closer. About 800 and we're getting far away again. It's getting closer. 750. $500, 400, 300, We can see him pretty clearly now. 250, 200. Let's readjust again. Perfect. So just going to continue to warp a bit. The more speed I get, the more fuel I'm using, just to speed up and to speed back down. That's not really necessary. Here I'm at 50. The rain is always around, sir. The rain is my life. Go 14-year-old on you. You don't understand the pain. Okay, so let us stop relative speed again. Hopefully get him to be able to point at us. Perfect. We look pretty sexy there. Both looking at each other. Let's target you. Get my hand over the warp button, because that's how I do it. Target this guy. Must live in Seattle. Seattle can be a very nice place. I live in Northeast Ohio, which honestly gets just about as much rain. We don't have as many rainy days, but we get like more rain than them. All right, I feel really good about how we did this approach. I don't think I could save that much more fuel than what I did. I'm sure I could. I'm sure I could be more efficient, but I have 600 Delta V left, and that's, like I said, I don't think I'm going to be able to do too much more than that. I don't think it'll be enough to get home, but I'm going to F5 for safety because, like I said, it's going to be about as good as I can get it. Alright, here's my docking stuff. That doesn't really help me much, but okay. Probably because it requires RCS. I'm just hitting all kinds of buttons now. I don't know what any of them do. Okay, whatever. It's going nice and slow. 0.1 meter at a time. Just slide it on in there. Oh yeah. Gotta be gentle with the docking bay, especially the mini docking bay. Like this one, what's it called? Docking bay junior. Yeah. Can't go too fast, too rough on them. Let's slow down a bit here and point back up a bit. We're not quite looking at it, and it's important to get that straight shot in there, you know, otherwise it's gonna be a little raw later. You're gonna regret it. That's what a friend told me, at least. It's looking good so far, though. Oh yeah, she wants it though. There we go. The fuck are you talking about, Observer? I don't know. Stuff. Don't listen to me. So let's transfer some people, because we have done glorious things right now. And we're going to transfer some fuel as well. Let's transfer Bob to there. And then Jeb is actually going to come out on his own. There's probably a better way to do this, but I don't want him to leave any of those 7 experiments there. I want him to let go, do his beautiful mid-flight things. And it's one of those that require eye contact. Yes, she is. The whole time. Just dead-eyeing. Romance. go ahead and pin that bad boy up so we can look at him and try to pull some of this fuel in. Now, one of the things is this thing has less mass, right? It does. But it probably has better fuel efficiency because of this engine. This thing itself probably isn't that bad. We could have Bob come out here. I'm sorry. We could have Bill come out here and repack these parachutes. And we could just take this thing home. Oh, no, we can't because it only holds 2 Cobras. Never mind. Screw that idea. That's not really a great idea. I thought I was onto something. I was not. Okay, so there's nothing left on this thing that we want, right? With both pieces combined, we have 300 some delta V. With this thing, we had like 600. And we're at like 535. So we did have more delta V in that thing, which is kind of unfortunate. Milestone. We performed a spacewalk in the orbit of Duna. We have. Thank you for the money and recognition. So 500 delta V will and can get you a fair amount of things. Can it get you home? Now, you can do a lot of really awesome burns into Kerbin. I've done them. Very high speeds. But you have to be able to get there first. Is kind of the problem. And that I'm not so sure about. How much delta V will that require to break here? And on top of that, get home. Well, that's a great question. Now, there are some things we can do. Try and make it work. We need about 600, it looks like, to get back home. What if we target this bad boy? No. Thank you for the follow, Gimmick. Oh, we got to see Gunther dance. I love it. Thank you, friend. I really appreciate it. Time to send a refueler. Yeah, we might be sending a rescue. That's for sure. No, thank you for coming by and thank you for the follow. It's been great hanging out. We might not have to. We probably will, but we might not have to. Don't lose faith. I didn't want to focus on you so much as I wanted to set you as target. There we go. So when I do that, you'll be over here, which sucks. How much do we have? 538. So what other things can we do to try to pick up delta V, quote unquote? One thing you can do is lose things. Losing mass gives you delta V, right? I don't think throwing Jeb out the window is going to be very helpful, but there are other things we can do. Worry not, friend. And I think one of them might just do it for us, if we are lucky. Yeah, we need, as is, we need about, oh, they're so close to each other. We have 538 and we need 539 to get into that orbit right there. Now, that being said, if we come back here, we might be able to position this in a slightly better spot and get it closer. What? Oh, they're both from each other. That's out further. It's going to be probably about as accurate as I can get. Where did you end up? Let's try over here. This is ultimately what I'm most likely not going to be doing, but it can give you some ideas of what you might need to do. You can make the rest. Yes. Yeah, I am at a bad time to make the transfer. I'm aware of that. Despite it seeming like I'm not aware of that. My plan, if you want to know it, is to, and it might take a bit before we can do it, is to use Ike. a little bit of fuel and the right amount of Ike can save us some hardships. That looks like it's going to throw me straight into Ike. Otherwise, I'd say this might work. I have no... Where is my line going after that? You won't even tell me. But yeah, that would appear to be me crashing into it. Otherwise, it might work. That actually might work. It's not me crashing into it, for one. I think I need to set out my, what you call it, in the settings, where you can see more intersections, the conic patch limit. Yes, let's up that. I don't like to have it too high because it really can get crazy, but so already that would save me 200 delta V, at least, I think. That math is probably not quite right. So don't quote me on it. Little things you can do to try to cheat in extra delta V. That right there involves me crashing into the planet, or the moon, I should say. Once again, not a huge fan of that idea. That might get me somewhere. It does not really. Let's bring this back down a bit. I don't need to be that far out to get an intersection. Ooh. Well, there's part of my problem. Is that my radial, where I drop in, is pretty off. And that's most likely going to affect my ability to get to Kerbin. It's probably a little too low. Alright, you know what? I'm pretty happy with that. We're gonna make an adventure out of this. So that's gonna cost me about 270, and I'll still have about 270 left over, give or take. But it puts me in orbit at least. So there is that. F5 for safety. Let's do this bad boy. We're gonna make it work. I'm not saying this is gonna be it, but I've gotten back from Duna with pretty crazy situations. All of which were awesome. It's these extreme get home missions that I really do enjoy way too much. Way too much. $10-second burn time. Make that work. This is going to be really accurate, otherwise I'm going to absolutely crash into Ike. Which I've been told to not do again anymore, so... The administrators back home really get mad when I do that. Well, that's a 5-meter periapsis, which I think is going to be awesome. We are go for nominal impact. It's no joke. I think 5 is enough to not crash into it, right? We're going to get super comfortable with it. I hope you like, because we're about to get real up and close and personal, but I don't think we're going to crash. Only one way to find out. Skim a solar panel right off of it. How beautiful it is to have no atmosphere, right? There it is. Looks like we're getting a little far away from it. We're not. I mean, we might be, but not for long. As we get further away from Duna and slow down, we let this bad boy catch up to us. Now we're going to orbit one more time first. Okay. That makes more sense. It's one more round for good luck, I guess. There he is. Oh, this is going to be awesome. This is just like the movie The Martian, right? The slingshot for extra delta V. Or something. We're going to be able to say hello to that probe as we fly right past it. And that's really close. That's really close. Might have been too close. 8,000. We were close though. Oh god, just maybe another meter or kilometer. Kilometer. We would have been fine. This life. Okay. One more time. With the emphasis on doing it right. I'm going to get you, but not touch you. It's an important distinction. There's our old friends there. I'll try to not run as close this time. No promises. So we're good. What's our PE this time? It's a lot less exciting at 50,000. Pro tip. Don't go that low. I want to say if you bring up information, where is it? If you bring up the manual, because I used to do this all the time. Locations, celestial bodies. Let's go to Duna. Ike. There's a way to look at Ike. There is a way to like look up the information on them and it will tell you what the highest is. But I guess this wasn't it. Huh. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah, it's not here, but was it a mod? Maybe. It could be. It was a really long time ago, so I really don't remember. But it was really nice. It would tell you a lot about the place. Oh no! I know what it is. Click on Ike, and then rotational period, escape velocity, and sometimes it's nice to know the escape velocity too, for various reasons. Surface, it's a variable ocean atmosphere. You can look up atmosphere this way. So if we go to Duna, No, I don't want to do any of those things. I clicked off the game. You can see the atmosphere is... Well, maybe you need to scan it first. Atmosphere present. Oh, you can't see it. There it goes. Height, 50,000. Atmospheric pressure. Temperature. I thought it said here too what the highest like peak was. But there's some cool flavor text here too. Atmospheric height, yeah. So it does tell you that, which is cool. That there is an atmosphere for one. And I could have sworn, but I'm wrong, so don't swear. Oh, do you? That could be. Maybe that's how it works now. I don't know. I guess it's irrelevant, but a little safer this time. Safer and less fun, of course. And we'll say goodbye to them for now. What fun it's been. But nothing lasts forever. Except for Jep, he lasts forever. So hopefully Kerbin here is still our target. It is now, great. And luckily we aren't coming in at too silly of an angle. So ideally we'd want to add a maneuver here. Slow down. Costing me way more delta V than I have. But we could, if I had a shit ton of more delta V, meet up here. But I'm about 400 off. Which sucks. Be much cheaper to burn at PE, or might be cheaper. Yeah, it could be. So far that's a pretty solid no, but Yeah, my AP is very high. It might be cheaper to bring out my AP and then bring down my P. But probably not. And I doubt it's enough to make this work. So... So let's bring this down to amount of time that I do have. Which is 240. Is there any way to even get inside? Giggity. We can't even break into its orbit at any point. Well, that's a big poopsicle there. I get the feeling Ike didn't help me out the way I wanted it to. Which is a big poopsicle as well. Have I said poopsicle enough? So at this point... do anything else. To help make this a little bit better. Because I already feel like that's much closer. What's periapsis there? 16.8. So let's bring it down to what we decided was at least, what, 10,000? And it appears to be the exact same. Of 16.8, yeah, okay, great. So that doesn't make any difference. Good to know. Take care, friend. Thanks for coming by. I appreciate you sitting through this. So go ahead and delete both those. All of them. I think I'm picking up delta V by doing this. I think that's kind of inarguable. Because normally I wouldn't even be able to escape like this, right? I want to be doing it from here, I think is part of the problem, but it's still launching me out in the right spot. That did save me about 500,000 meters, or whatever the measurement out there is. Not crazy things going on there like this. I think that's pretty much what I had before, i.e. not helpful. Kilometer periapsis, also known as death. So that's not same meaning, because out here it's about the same. What if you tried? Yeah, that's kind of what I think that's what I'm trying to think about doing right now. And another to shoot me in further. Yeah, I think that's what I'm trying to do. Let's see if we can find out where Ike will be. Because we might have to do a couple like passes. This thing doesn't want to deal with me. From 150. Okay. Okay, fair enough. So let's talk about this. You did. No, not you. I'm not talking to you. No. I just fed you. You're not eating. Apologies. Fucking cat. So you did. I'm nowhere near 150, but that should help me, not hurt me, I would think. Well, maybe. This one's about 110, so it's not far off. 150 Duna orbit with 480 delta G, 2 Ike assists. So the first Ike assist was to draw out your Apolapsis, right? That's what we're saying. Oh. So you want it out there, but not escaping is kind of what you're getting at. Yeah, which should work, right? That should be manageable. What's the escape velocity of? Well, the most eccentric ones that I'm getting are like this, where it throws me straight out, period. Which isn't what I want. And that's what I was getting before, was this. So what do you do at this point then? I guess is what I'm asking. Because here's my crazy encounter with Ike, which I don't really want, but it's what I have. Yeah, within the SOI. Yeah, I kind of figured that's what you meant. Find the bandit cobras and take them out. I might be the bandit cobras. 2 orbits. Which I think this is what my counter is currently at. And this sets my Appalachus out pretty far, right? So I guess that's what we want. Perhaps this is it. And it's about 300. Okay. Great. Let's see if I screw it up now. Still F5 for safety. These are the things in Kerbal that I really want to become better at. From the Apoapsis or the Periapsis? I would assume all the way out here. Well, that's kind of what's going on here. Hello. And it's just right after the PE. Okay. Well, we can figure it out. No, don't want to set as target. Jeez. There you go. Cool. I'll take that. And it looks like I'll encounter it again over here, which is even more exciting. Just leave it like that. Let's update our clonic thing. And see what that does to me. I always said I would never put it that high, but let's do it. It's kind of shooting me out the wrong way. As in, I would rather be flying out this direction, right? But let's see if we can tweak that, though. We might be able to tweak that. There's too much stuff going on. So that's too low, obviously. Ugh, that's not what I want. That seems dangerous and deadly. You know, if the damn planet wasn't, or moon wasn't in the way of itself, we could be, this would be a lot easier if I could just go through it. This is right here. PE on the outside of Duna. Which, I'm sorry, which PE? There's a lot of PEs going on. Oh, before I closed it. Okay. I understand. It's gone now. There's a lot of math happening. It all makes me nauseous. Yes, shoot internally against Duna's orbit to lower IPE. Yeah, so we're not quite there. But I wonder if... Okay, you're not going to let me do that. Crash into it. Don't crash into it. And what about after the P? Let's say I survived this. It's probably not what I want. I can't tell how much that is. That's like the direction that I would want. Going well past it. Who knows how many thousands of delta V that is, though. It's about 1,000. So there you go. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm wondering here. That's even better. Still sends me out the wrong way, but... Well, we'll just play around with it here for a little bit, see what we can learn. With 3, I can do that, which is kind of impressive. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. Bit more prograde just shoots me right out though. Unless we do this, which I think is fine. Maybe a little bit simpler. Let's get this counter out and over with. That doesn't actually appear to be happening. Oh, it's we got a couple more turns for it. So I want it to be over here, is what we decided. Oh, so close. If that wasn't crashing into it, that might not be so bad. Not to mention this is not the right time for my window. It starts to get far away again. Far away again. Far away again. Excuse me. So that's close for 4 delta V, but not quite right. Plus, I think it involves crashing into the planet. Or the moon, I should say. Because that's what it is. What about next cycle through? That looks a bit better. Ooh. Oh, that's so close. And you know, it might just be another cycle that we need to get just right, but I don't know. But I've heard that you, sir, have been one of those ones. So we need 13.3. We're not too terribly far. I mean, it's all relative, but well, that's not going to work. Let's see. We'll do another rotation out. On 3-1. That's shooting me out pretty well. Ugh, not too well, though. They got all salty about the comeback. Nice. I'm proud of you, Hilholm. I'm very proud of you. Your ability is truly inspiring. There's a PE that won't get me killed. All right. Let's just spin for a while. I was gonna say, like, no encounters at all? Really? They're just all over the place. Like that one. Which doesn't do much for me. Even though it slings me out, like, the correct way. Oh, it doesn't send me out the correct way. This is the correct way. That one is slightly better. That's pretty close. Try prograde before the PE. Okay. I can do that. Let me see if this is going anywhere. Of course it's not. That's true. How far can we go before we escape? Not too much farther. Well, it's relative. It is a lot farther. I wonder if it'd be cheaper to lower my PE and then, because that's 8. Well, no, well. That is something right there, isn't it? Let's do this. This gets me, for 8 delta V, gets me 1.7 millikilometers or whatever, billion kilometers or whatever. That's pretty close. At some point it might just be crashing back into Ike, but yeah, I am. Fuck you. Every time it involves crashing into Ike. How about that? Yeah, that's another half. Ugh. See if we can get this really close without getting into it this time. I could add Val out here and save them by now, but it's less fun. And 20 should be more than enough. closer I get, the more I get out of this. Right? That's how that works. It's 15.5. I wasn't planning on spending all day here at Duna. I really wasn't. T-minus 1 minute here. It's 1 second burn, which makes me a little nervous. How far into you am I crashing? I wasn't, but now I am. $12 periapsis is probably safe. Right? I think 12's definitely higher than 8 was, and we crashed at 8, so. Oof. I don't like you anymore, Duna. This is all your fault, too, for not having enough fuel. Whee! Alright, here's the moment of truth. How close is too close? Can this get us home? We seem to really be going into it so far. It looks like we won't, but oof, boy. So right now we're only 15 kilometers above it. Sure, getting closer and closer to that cliff. Oh, I think we're all right. Yeah, we are 6 kilometers above it, at least at all times. A beautiful, beautiful assist. Woo! Well, no matter what, we at least did that well, right? Wherever our spaceship went, I zoomed out so much. There you go. Whee! Later, assholes. I hate you. I don't. I still love you, Duna. I was just trying to do too much. That's not your fault. So I have 200 Delta V left. Which is about this much. Oh, you have no idea. And I need that much to get an encounter here. Be quiet. I'm not feeding you. Relax. You just ate 2 hours ago. Fat ass. So we're still about 50 Delta V off. From getting into the orbit. At any given point. That's true. That's a fair point, friend. Do I have monopropellant? I believe I do. Yes, I do. 30 monopropellant. Now, we don't really have great RCS on here as part of the problem. We have, like, spinning monopropellant. Take it home. Thanks for hanging out. I might be able to take a Kerbal out and have him push against the back. I've done that before, and I'm not above it. Not one bit, friend. So spinning evenly with the H key? Yeah, exactly. That might be what it looks like. Well, there's an encounter with almost 200 more. Because it's not the right time. Well, let's do some warps. Ugh, I do not like that is the fastest you will go. Can I also, like, speed time that up? Oh, come on. Cannot switch between modes. Screw you, friend. I bet. What's KAC? I've used Better Time Warp, I think, like once. KAC sounds familiar, but I can't think of what it is. Ah, that's right. Yeah. I use that, but I like to stay focused on the one mission at a time. It makes more sense not to. It makes more sense to use the alarm clock, but... yeah, I agree. I completely agree with that. Ooh, that one is close. Do it. There we go. 600 Delta V. Why is that 600 Delta V? What the fuck happened there? There you go. 280 was the appropriate answer there. Thank you. Tick bag. Now, if everything goes right, we're gonna hit the atmosphere hard, super hard, as hard as we can. We have to make up for some missing Delta V though, so that'll be interesting. And I am not above having a Kerbal go out there and push with mono propellant. Not in the slightest. I will never be too good for that. I don't care how good I get at this game, how long I play it. Those are my roots. RCSing things into the atmosphere. It's gonna be so extreme. They're gonna boil alive inside, but that science is gonna be fine, damn it. That's all that matters. Just 4 years, and we'll get to this waypoint. That's all. No big deal. I'm bringing more fuel next time, damn it. But actually, mission-wise, we've accomplished quite a bit, so our money is looking pretty stellar right now. So I don't have to really worry as much about building cheaper spaceships and trying to save that kind of nonsense. Plus, we'll still get paid for bringing back blueberries, and, well, I'm pretty sure we won't get the, what's the word I'm looking for? Holy crap, I just blanked out completely. Credit for transmitting the science on this, even though we're just bringing it back by hand. We might, in which case that's even more money. More money, more cruel problems. That is for sure. Yeah, we need to rotate this guy a couple times. It's gonna be worth it. In fact, once we run out of fuel, I might just ditch this stage altogether. It's just extra mass. And just stick with this guy. We don't need to bring this stuff with us. I kind of wish. I would have brought batteries and put them up here. We can't remove things, right? And move them. Bill can't do that as an engineer. That's something that was only done through mods too. But I'd love to stick a battery or two up here and then like a solar panel and move it up there. Because we have a fair amount of electrical charge and I do like that. Yeah. Alright, that's what I was afraid you were going to say. Yeah, that would be awesome in KSP too, right? If you had like a welder on you or something. That would be nice. Don't worry, just another 3 years left. It's not even like legit years, these are like carbon years, right? These relatively eccentric orbits. So fast. Right, they're just sitting there staring at each other the whole time. Oh, Monopoly. They're gonna kill each other first. Hopefully they have some... What's the name of that stupid thing? Raid Extreme Legends. Yeah, whatever. Raid Shadow Legends, that's it. I wish I was getting sponsored. I don't think there's anyone wrong with selling out, taking that money. I'd rather listen to a commercial of Raid Shadow Legends than plug in a TV and watch the whatever show and listen to those commercials. Yeah? Well, I mean, I don't see me ever paying the bills with this, but hey, that's alright. I think we just have one more rotation and then we will be ready. I'm gonna crash some big things into E for the fun of it. Jewel, I'm a big fan of Jewel. I really like it. I like all of them. Yeah, that's life, man. For sure. Home and I, we understand that pain. We need a better SACTOM network. We need a lot of things. All right, this will be the last rotation through. Yeah, you do it because you want to. That's for sure. If you're doing it because you want to sell out and make money and make it your career, however you want to put it, it's well, I don't know. You can do it quickly for sure, I think, but to do it honestly, you have to do it for the way you want to. There are people that go out there and make clickbait videos and whatever. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that, but that's not my desire. People want to watch me play, great. They want to hang out, fantastic. It's just nice to play the same video games that I'd probably be playing anyways, and then have some people to talk to and hang out and enjoy myself with. Seven-second burn. Here we go. We got this. We're committing now because I hit the button, so we have to. Why are you saying that's where my target is? Okay, that's why. Go back. Okay. You missed it. There we go. H isn't doing much for me. That's not doing a tremendous amount for me either. Easy spot. That's right. Alright, Jeb. Show us how it's done. Hey, Jess, how are you, friend? No, you're never too late for the dirt. Which is exactly what we're doing. Just the ones that come with it. No, they do not. That's okay. That's okay. We got this. I'm back in there, Jeb. Welcome, Jess. How are you, friend? All right, still need a fair amount. But the sooner the better, it looks like. Get your point to retrograde. No, I didn't. For the show? That is awesome. Alright, Jeb, stop. You know what I should be doing? Let's do this. Let's switch it out. Then I can just kind of go back and forth, I think. Turn SES on. Switch you to retrograde. Take out Bill. You stay focused on that. February 27th. Wow. Oh, good. Milestone. Spacewalk in orbit of the sun. So we'll see. Hopefully this is pushing us the right way. I am slowing down ever so slightly. Look at that 0.1 millisecond drop. What I'd need just another like 80. Cool. Well, the beautiful thing is we can still time warp. What the fuck am I doing? I might be using RCS to get somebody to crash into the planet. But kind of rather not talk about it. I feel like it's kind of personal. My shortcomings this mission have been relatively high. But that's the reason we're playing, really. And if that's not the reason you're here, then I don't really know what to tell you. Yeah, so it says 66, but I don't think that's true anymore. Here's another question. With the RCS on, we can't H. Can we N? Or is it just spinning? Yeah, it appears to be just spinning. Well, that kind of stinks. This is why you really need to start bringing RCS to like every mission. Yeah, I would agree. I think they're just vectors. Which means if we like pointed radial, right? Or anti-null, push to one side. That doesn't do anything. Well, it should work, but it doesn't appear to be doing anything. That's true. There you go. Hey, hey, that's working. This is some gimmicky stuff here. Some real gimmicky stuff. Time warp a little. That's what it feels like. All right, so let's check out on the map here how, God, we are getting pretty close to intercepting, which is fucking awesome. How much closer do we need to be? Don't do this to me. Don't tell me I'm too late. I hate you, maneuver node. This is not the time. There we go. Still wants 32. Radial in? Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. That's 200 radial in. don't feel like they are appreciating all my hard work right now. Stop doing that. Okay. Separation is high. This brings it out. So we just need to do it like here. Giggity. Ah, that got things messy really quick. And also got things messy really quick. Okay, so it might be hard to see with all the random crap around, but it's at 1 million meters right now. 500,000 meters. It's going back up for some reason. Going back up again. So that's about the closest right there. It's going to take about 50. Why can't we do that back here, though, for less delta V is kind of my question. Because it should be easier to do back here. Okay, well, that's strange to me, but okay. Let's get over there and try it. It's gonna be so worth all of the time and effort. It's just gonna be ridiculous. You guys are gonna be like, I'm so glad I stuck around for all this nonsense. It's gonna be true. Alright, so we just need to slow down. Should be super easy, right? It's facing this way. There we go. So we need to get it to about 68,000, which we're not really that close to, and we're going to run out of our CS first. But we're going to get much closer to. Where does that set us up at? Probably super close. It's relative, right? But it is closer. Good news for cribbles who love space. Which is like all of them, right? Yeah, Bob's starting to push. Or Bill. Apparently it's Bill's. Bob, Bill. They're not Jeb. That's kind of all that matters, right? Kind of. One of the B brothers. One of them. So this is going to be probably the most interesting part of any stream I've ever done. Hands down. Because it's going to be probably like 20 minutes of this, I feel like. Where I kill 6 meters a second at a time. What did you miss? Nothing. And we'll probably continue to miss nothing. For some time. We all want to see that juicy science screen. Good sir. Too bad I can't, like, magically just produce... You know what? We get an eBay report here, right? This is all new. Hell yeah, might as well grab another 16. Can crew report this bad boy? No, don't jettison the heat shield. That will give me some speed, which I would like, but it's not what I want. Nice. That's pretty awesome. Alright, do your thing. So, here we are. At 31. We need to get it to 0. Get an even 6,800. If I remembered correctly. Which is possible I didn't. But we are slowing down. No mistake there. And good for Jeb to keep steering for us. It's very nice of him. And thank you, Time Warp, for being amazing as well. Although it would probably take a very serious 30 minutes. But we've already cut half the speed I think we need. We'll check here in the map. A hot second. Come on, get in there. Forward. There we go. Oh, sweet maneuver node. Do give me your wisdom. Never mind. Did I not make a maneuver node? Am I already hitting it? He says I am. No, don't focus on the unknown site. There's my PE. So we are getting captured. We are still pretty far away, though. Pretty far away from this sweet, sweet atmosphere we want to be in. We want to come in there and just smack right into it as hard as we can without actually touching the planet. Those small calculations are going to be really hard to do with no RCS available. Or no, with just RCS from outside the ship, I guess is what I should say. I don't know what your problem there is, but... Oh, come on, really? Where am I? Where's the ship? 2 days. Add maneuver. Perfect. See if we can bring this PE in. Dude, these radial burns are gonna suck. Or normal burns. That's it. That's all you're offering me. Great it would be if we could just get just a little bit of fuel. Just a tiny bit of delta V. Oh, there we are. There we are, crashing into the planet. Great, perfect. And there we are, litho braking at like 15,000 feet. That's all we want, is just that right there. 66.2 milliliters we need to slow down. But the good news is I can point it right there, and hopefully when we slow down to whatever the hell that math is, 119 minus 66 is what? This should be really easy for me. 50? 2? 52. 67, 52-ish. Or whatever. Thank you. Thank you, friend. Thank you for all your help and for staying by to watch this absolute cluster of a stream. Come on, faster time warps. Yeah, they're long gone. I pay good money for these. Oh, God damn it, you do. That doesn't actually make me feel any better. All right, Bill, you got this. Oh, God. There's so much derp to dollar ratio. It's really great value. I can't offer you anymore, possibly. We're about to break 6,800 though. Close-ish. Free shipping and these streams. It does make me feel better. No, you're not going to work, and part of the money you make there actually goes to something like this. When I used to work at the grocery store, bored. It was hard. It was hard to do. Sometimes be like, I'm gonna buy this video game, we'll say, right? Like, that's only 7 hours of work, and I'm like, I can't buy this video game. Even if I have the money, it's fine. The realization that it would have to be at work for 7 hours, or I could just take the day off. Even. And I still do that. Even still, I'm like, I'm gonna buy this lawnmower. I'm like, oh, that's me going to work for like a day. Just, oof. For a fucking lawnmower that I need, but I don't want. Everything is something you need but don't want, I guess. When we get back in here, one thing I do want to do is actually... no, we don't have any more RCS. Because I used it all, so never mind. I was going to say turn RCF off, but I don't think we need to do that. Yeah, right. That was the other thing. When I worked at the grocery store, I'd buy like a sub or something from the deli and be like, oh, I just gave them back their own freaking money. An hour's worth of work for lunch. No, it's just very, very depressing. I don't miss working at the grocery store. When I have a bad day at work, I'd be like, why did I stop working at the movie theater or stop delivering pizza? And clearly the answer is because those aren't professional jobs that pay the bills like mine does. But I never think, why did I ever stop working at that grocery store? No. So we're dipping into the 80s. Not quite to the 52. My one cat, the one that usually is screaming at me, and I don't sneeze a whole lot, but my wife is pretty allergic to cats, despite wanting to not acknowledge that. Anytime that little one is around, my wife sneezes, it like sits there and like clicks at her like she's hunting. Which is really adorable, but also really confusing. Yeah, working the produce of grocery store did suck. I feel for people that do that as like a career. Just because it was really kind of mind-numbing and depressing. No. If I thought to myself, who knows about a possible relationship with Darth Vader in form of comic? Jess, you would have been the first person that came to mind. Like Jess probably knows if there's such a thing. Oh, he booked the room. Oh, your cat is so freaking cute. You're always on print. I know, Jess. Still, I was talking to my friend's husband about going and seeing the new movie with him, but I never heard anything back. He was like, yeah, let's do it. And I never heard anything back. So I need to go see it by myself, apparently. Which is fine. I'm not one of those people that are like... I don't know, some people find it very strange to go see a movie by yourself. Look at that weirdo. I mean, I already know I'm a weirdo. I don't care. If you see me in a movie theater watching it by myself and you think that's what made me weird, then you're off mark. That's true. I think it does depend on the movie. Can make a big difference. We got 68. So I think another 2 times, maybe. Which really isn't that bad. And then we'll be at least close enough to try to get... It's going to be hard to try to be precision-y like this. I know that might come as a kind of a shock, but... Some movies, I would imagine, are probably like creepier if you do see it with friends. Or creepy period, regardless of how many people are with you. squeeze a little more out of there. And slow down time, because that's not what I wanted from life. But I do really want to go see the new Star Wars movie. And I'm not going to make my wife suffer through that, because suffer is a strong word, but she'd just be so freaking confused the whole time. She has absolutely no idea what's going on. And I've tried, but it's just not, it's not sticking. So we said 52 something or another. We're going to get pretty close with this one, but I don't know if we'll make it or not. And every point delta V meter per second, whatever, is going to make a big difference. Got mixed reviews. It always gets mixed reviews. All right, let's see where that sticks us. Boop, 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 boop. Don't do that. We are above it. Good to know. Where are we, though? Here. Okay. One day at maneuver. Another 18. Holy shit. Okay. It's fine. Look at that. Look at that ass hattery there. Doesn't even, oh God. To do a freaking radial burn on top of that. Yeah, that's fine. We'll say that's right. It's not right. We'll say it's right. That's good enough for me. So 17 less than this is what? 35? 748. Yep, 35. Like exactly. You know what to do, Bob. I'm calling you an engineer for nothing. Let go. Yeah, well, it is going to be for this one. Oh shit, I don't know if I'm changing my speed or not, and by how much. Because it's not showing up as an orbital speed change. $13.6. Well, luckily I can do this, which is something. I can use Bob's projection to kind of guess. That is something. If anything, I just send Bob flying through the atmosphere, burning hot as possible. All right, Firewolf. Thank you for suffering through this incredibly long stream. We haven't even finished the Duna mission. I hope to do so much more today, and that's not how that happened. Tomorrow will be maybe better. I'm not going to promise that because I shouldn't. But thanks for hanging out, friend. It was good to see you. It's going to be worth it when we go burning through the atmosphere, though. It's going to be the best / worst, like, Apollo movie ever. Yeah, that might be more accurate. Let's see what we've gotten ourselves into here. I mean, we're getting into pretty decent range, really. I think it's time to hop back in and do a radial burn. See if the spaceship agrees with what we're dealing with here. Yeah, it's kind of spot on. Perfect. So we want a radial in. No? We want a radial out. I'm just kind of bouncing off here. Yeah, we want a radial out, which is strange, but okay. IHS. See you in a second. Confused about the radial out, but whatever. If that's what you say you want, then that's what you get. Get a good look at that periapsis as it slides right back in there. Might need to do some further corrections, but at this point I don't really care how we go burning into the atmosphere. I just care that we do. Let's hop in and see how much the ship agrees, because slight burns and turns change everything. Ship, do you agree? You come in at 108. That's oh so close. Let's do a anti-normal burn. And I think that will be it. I think we're heading in after that. You're at 108. We'll see what Bob's at when he's outside. Try to get an idea. He's at 208, which confuses me, but that's fine. And now he is through the planet, which confuses me as well. We might just have to wait till we get a lot closer before we can do some of these finer things. You say 55. That's pretty awesome. Feeling really good about this now. No, not yet, but it's going to be happening really soon. Just going to warp around for a bit. We're at the point now where we're so far out that any tiny, minute change that I make is not precise enough. So we're gonna move in a little bit closer. But we are really close. It's gonna be one hell of a crash. I'm gonna make sure of it. What's my periapsis here? 55. 55 is pretty good, but it's not what we want. I do want slightly more. '21st, even better. Alright, so what do you have your periapsis at? Alright, let's try that. Oops, I kind of glided against it, I think. I might have just thrown things off. But like jumping off of it and stuff, well, that all moves it a little. What am I trying to do exactly? Well, what I'm trying to do, and I think we might have just done, I'm using him to very slightly adjust where we are in our speed. Because what I want to do in this orange line here is us. We're going to come in here, and I have no fuel. But I need to slow down tremendously so I can get back onto this planet. How we're going to do that is by hitting the atmosphere so hard that we're going to burst into giant flames but not explode. And that's going to get us to slow down and get captured. And like I said, I think we're there now. So let's... 2300 is maybe just enough. Let's save for safety. I'm real sad that... Firewolf isn't here, since he suffered through a lot of it. But in 67 days, we'll be at our periapsis, which is our closest point to Kerbin. So we'll speed up time a little bit, since that, you know, is kind of far away. But you can see it coming in right here. This should be good. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, normal, I want to say I do about 35 to 40, but this isn't normal. It's not your normal setting. Alright, here we come. Bam, nice polar view there. And here we are about to enter the atmosphere. Let's go ahead and turn this back on. Face the correct way, because it's not going to be long before we start bursting into flames. We're coming in so fast right now. You know what? We have electrical charge. Screw it. And we'll speed up time a little bit. We're getting hit hard. You can see here my orbital speed. We need to be like under 2. What? Probably 3,000 or so. The fact that we even got to the point where we're intercepting this is pretty awesome. Because we were nowhere close to getting near this planet. You can see our apoapsis is down. It grabbed us. We're in orbit. We're not escaping anymore. Well, that ablator is God. The boy's ready to get home. And we did it. We captured. Nice. It was a lot of work, and it was very painful for, I'm sure, a lot of people to sit here and beat this board, but we did it. And I brought parachutes this time. So it doesn't have to be all for nothing like previous missions. Which I feel like is important to note. Ah, it's good to be back on Kerbin. We're definitely going to throw ourselves into Eve next, though. I'll probably do some more SATCOM stuff, just because we need to. But then the next real big mission, I think, will be to Gilly. We'll drop a probe off on Eve. Brilliant. couple more seconds and we'll be in the water. And these missions, they should be complete as well. Nice green bar there. Few seconds. And the boys are home. Boys are home. And alive. We'll cover that. Let's look. It's gonna be so much science. It's gonna be so much science. And just, you did awesome, Marie. 1100. Nice. We collected over 1,000. Barely over 1,000 from this. Very, very nice. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it feels good. And look at those levels. They jumped 2 levels. Awesome. Poor Bob. Bob didn't, because he never landed on the planet and did a walk. Or a bill. But he still advanced in level. We'll get him there. Sweet deal. And let's see. We did a world first. We brought the blueberries back with us. Damn straight we did. For a hefty amount of money. And we received the data. So they did give me credit for that. Very nice. Very, very nice. What kind of missions do we have in the future? Outpost on Minimus? No. Do a complex scan with a rover arm. Plant a flag on Minimus. Rescue somebody. I wouldn't hate having more Kerbals, but that's right. Plant a flag on Ike. Bring a Duna stone back with you. Do I have any active? No, I've completed all of mine. Okay. These are all Duna and Ike related, if I can see correctly. Which is fine, because we want to do Gilly next. Let's look at this awesome science. We're going to be able to get some really great things out of this. For one, we can make nuclear engines from now on, which will make some of these things a lot easier. Yeah, thank you. God, it took a long time, but it was really awesome. It's really, really awesome. Some better nose cones and shells might be what I need. Better rover bits. Oh, that heat shield is really nice. Not what we want. Better wheels, maybe. I would like better probe cores. What is this? Oh, the Dawn electric propulsion system with Xenon gas. Okay. Remote guidance. The improved hex. A drone cord, sure, for planes. Better antenna. I think we need this stuff for sure. 50G Communicatron will be nice. This is a relay, right? That's a direct. This is the relay. For 15G connection. 15G connection, not 50. Let's definitely get that. New batteries and stuff, I think, are a good idea. And how about you? Probe cords that do a lot more stuff. I'm feeling that as well. Stability assist. You have stability. Is this just for Jason? Fully functioning, lightweight. No room for reaction. So this is just a snack on a small one somewhere. That's pretty cool. This is the one I think I'd use though. This has stability assist, retrograde, prograde, hold, radial. No target on it. How high up the chain do we have to go for target? Has reaction rail. This one's target. So the next one. This one has a battery built in. That's kind of cool. Use the QBE. Okay. Just because it's so much cheaper? This is what we're going to use though, because we're going to start making some of that stuff. We got some... Oh god, it's so good. So good, all the science. all the nice things we just got. Mmm. Absolutely brilliant. Okay, well, that's what we'll use then, for sure. So we got a fair amount of things to do. We have a fair amount of money. Ooh. Not quite there yet, luckily. Launchpad fully upgraded. I don't see a strong need to do that yet. The advanced action groups would probably be what drives me. This will need to be upgraded at some point. Same with this runway here. But once again, not a strong need. Active strategies, commitments. Yeah, I don't usually mess with that stuff until later. Alright, well, I want to thank everyone for coming out and hanging out. We didn't do anything other than get those guys home, but that was quite a mission. And while it was incredibly drawn out, and it really was, I'm happy that we did it without sending out a rescue team. Just because I think that makes the adventure way more fun. And we did it. We were able to find the rocks and find some blueberries and scan some things. And we even put that satellite in polar orbit, even though it doesn't appear to be any real good to us. Let's get rid of this debris. Let's go here. Just take a look at it. He's doing his job, hanging out above the poles. But unfortunately, it will, from what I can tell, never have enough battery life. Especially... Why aren't you doing this? Let's charge you up, friend. Let's do a nice scan here. All partial. No, here you are. You don't have connection right now? Oh man. Yeah, we need better satcoms, that's for sure. Our satcom system is lacking. Or is it because I put you in hibernation mode and didn't take you out? No, you're off hibernation. Dream currency message. Got to do something with it. Why don't I have connection yet? I must just be too far away, period. Well, we'll deal with that by setting up a better network at home, and I think it will be able to talk probably a lot more, and then deal with him. Oop. Because that's not right. Please let me go back to the Space Center. Yeah, we really need to get some networks going. I think at the time, if Kerbал's too far from Duna, then it's not connecting, period. And I think that's what it is. I think at the time we were there, it just happened to be close enough. And since I spent like 6 years spinning around trying to make that thing happen, it's not. But anyways, once again, thank you very for coming by. I hope to stream again tomorrow. Probably a little bit earlier than I started today, but relatively about the same time. But regardless if you're able to make it, I hope